Right now, we are sitting next to one of the hardest working men in show business. Actually, I'm going to say he is the hardest working man in show business. The one and only Questlove from the Roots.
Me and Black Thought met in high school for creative and performing arts back in Philadelphia in 1987. Like, the school was divided up into like the nihilistic like artist types. They were like the goth kids that were into like the pop art, like the Andy Warhol stuff. The thugged out kids were the kids that did graffiti art, but somehow knew to also to do like still life, and they had talent. Like, Tariq was the kind of person where he didn't necessarily let his neighborhood know that he had artistic talent, you know, because from where he came from, like, oh, what you doing with that sculpture, yo? Oh, this ain't nothing. You know, that type of thing. Pretty much I was the lunch counter guy. And he would just always rhyme all the time. And I think Talent Show came up and it was like, oh, let's start a group. The head, I guess the parents of the Roots are myself and Black Thought. The nucleus is Leonard Hubbard on bass and Kamal on the keyboards. And then pretty much the accessories of the Roots. Frank P. Knuckles on percussion, and our guitarist Kirk Douglas, Captain Kirk Douglas on guitar. And we always have a fifth Beatle position open that revolves year for year. The only difference between this current album and The Tipping Point was that this would have been our last album for Geffen. And because of the whole fast food environment that is that label now, we kind of knew that we wanted to sniff elsewhere for a record deal. And I kind of got the feeling that they would have sort of deep sixed this album if we didn't give them the results that they wanted. And because of the radical nature of how I heard the record in my head, I knew they were gonna. I was like, there's no way that they'll let us make this record and live. We wrote Jimmy Iovine a heartfelt email asking him to transfer us to another Universal label. You have 14 artists that are multi-platinum. Like, you're not going to miss us if we go out the door. Like, you know, if anything, you're going to save money. Because we're definitely going to spend 7 figures making this record with the orchestra and all that stuff. So you're actually getting off easy. And he saw the logic in it and transferred us to Def Jam. The problem with most black music in general is that there's really not a compassion towards the artist. The reason why you're able to look at a Bob Dylan or Joni Mitchell, even Bruce Springsteen, those artists are seen in sort of a three-dimensional light. You see them as actual human beings of blood and of sweat. And with black artists, it's like, you know, I know that most people listen to G-Unit just so that they can vicariously feel like, yeah, I'm tough. Or they'll put on a thing and then they'll feel like they tough in the mirror. They, you know, want to drive and feel real. They want to feel black. They want to feel nigger. So they turn up the bass and they start, you know. And it's like, because you don't get to know people as human beings, you tend to think that the person that they're portraying in the music is them. I DJ. First of all, I mean, I'm a control freak, and I like controlling people's emotions. There's something really funny about playing a song that's like maybe 4 years old that people sort of forgot about. What was the song I did that with recently? It was a song out of nowhere. I played KP and Envy's Shorty Swing My Way.
I remember that one.
Right. But because it was rammed in your head in 1998 and then absolutely disappeared without a trace, I played that record and it took like 4 seconds. It was like, and there was like an instant like, what? And that is the reason, because it's like, because it's fed to you. It's fed. I'm not saying that, oh, that's a classic song or not a classic song. I mean, I personally like it, but it's just the system of how they feed you songs now. I'll tell you exactly how it works. You got to take a significant amount of money. In the case, we took the very minimum amount, which was $750,000, You find a middleman who does not work for the label, and he takes the money, and he goes to one of the 5 or 6 major radio station owners. He goes to the head of said company and says, okay, look, I got an artist here, The Roots. You know, I think you'll really feel him. What's the deal? He plays it, and just instantly in 4 seconds they can tell if it's a hit or not. Now in this case we got denied. No. Now this is where they have to barter. They say, well, look, here's the deal. I know that you want Jay-Z to headline the Power Jam in Denver next summer. How about this? What if we throw in Little John and East Side Boys and also T.I.? This is all I want you to do. I just want you to give me a look on the Roots singing. Play this 20 times a week and see what your audience feels. And usually a song like that will get the little litmus testing, and if it catches on, then it automatically gets added. Or you can go a little further and say, well, look, you know, here's some money. How are your kids doing in college? Yada, yada, yada. So we had to grease palms. Like, You Got Me was surely not about, I like the song. Hey, let me add it. No, it wasn't. Like, you have to.
Nothing's for free in the industry.
Oh, absolutely not.
DJ extraordinaire, producer extraordinaire, my man Questlove. Want to thank you for hanging out with us this afternoon, giving us all the signs. And
How much money owe you for that?
oh man, well, you know, I'll take a couple of hundred. But anyway, this is the man, so look out for him. And like he said, support quality music. And definitely when it comes to quality, the list of artists from D'Angelo down to Jill Scott proves that. So want to thank you, Questlove, and we appreciate it. We out for now. Peace.
Yo, what's up? This is Questlove of The Roots, and you're checking out Hard Knock TV.
If you were